Before we get started, like this kind of content, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Love those videos? We're in a Winnebago and take that sucker on a little round trip voyage for two. Want to go further than that? Well, check out the links in the description. One of those is The Case of the Littlest Umbrella. This is our foray into independent comics, where we put together a good comic and we send a message. You can't gatekeep us out of this industry. So, if you want to check that out, well, we'll check it out at the end of the video. So today I want to return to a fan favorite of mine. It's Funimation Reviews. Now, if you've never checked out the site Glassdoor, this is a beautiful site. Why? Because it gives you a glimpse into what people think about certain companies out there. Now, you have to take a few things into account with this, too. People can go in, they can review for all kinds of reasons. Many people, they will review a company when they're disgruntled, but when you're doing that, too, maybe you take off the blinders and you truly talk about what a company is. These reviews too, wow, some of them are pretty nasty. I mean, we start out with August the 1st, 2019 with a nightmare job. This person, they worked at Funimation for more than 3 years. Pros here, fairly flexible hours. Some of the people are all right. Cons, management, bad pay, office politics, Sony ownership, pretty much everything. Wow, that's a glowing review if I've ever seen one. Advice to management. Get actual management. Hire people who know what they're doing. Pay your people well. Treat them right, and don't dismiss their problems. Stop luring people in with the whole, but you work in anime shtick. Hiring fans and mistreating them is a horrible way to run a company. Promote people who deserve it. Funimation was a great place to work years ago, and even then it had serious issues. With their recent hiring choices and Sony acquisition, this place is going down fast. Bad business decisions, horrible management, and the worst PR. Good luck getting any help with harassment claims or benefit issues. Harassment claims. That's an interesting thing. That again, Sony, Funimation, you're in trouble here. HR, it continues, has no idea what they're doing and will blah your personal business to anyone who will listen. Wow, that's lovely too. Seriously, do not let your love for anime cloud your decision. This is not a dream job. It's a nightmarish hexscape that will squeeze you dry and throw you away like you're nothing. Wow, that is positive if I've ever heard something. Here, April 10th, 2019. Not for the career-minded or driven employee. Not recommended with that 1-star review. I worked there for more than a year. Pros, you get to partake in some free product giveaways if you love anime or have family that loves anime. I guess that's good there. Cons, management only likes to come up with initiatives but doesn't want to understand how this affects their employees' workload. And there isn't enough people to do the work for the big ideas. Never any plans or budget to hire additional people. It doesn't follow through on their promise or for web initiatives. Projects sit on the docket for years. There's no direction, no true strategy behind what they're doing. It's a very reactionary environment. No true HR, so you have nowhere to turn when you have an issue. Don't even ask about employee reviews. You rarely get one, and there's no evaluation given to employees to review their leadership. They will hire a manager over you, and you won't know about it until the day they start. You never know when someone has resigned until the day before their last day or after they've already left. Essentially, it is dog-eat-dog environment at Funimation. Again, glowing review here. Wow. Dog-eat-dog, we don't get paid, and, well, HR, yeah, forget about it. Advice, upper management, stop having your teams to be reactionary. Try to nurture and develop your teams, create processes, and enforce the processes. This one, September 17th, 2018. Low salary. Ooh, they got an extra star, though. Man, those stars are on the rise. We're up to 2 of 5. Not recommended. Disapproves of the CEO and negative outlook. Man, I've been working at Funimation full-time. Doesn't give us a time period there. Pros. Interesting place to work, but overall not worth it. Con. High turnover. Low salary. Disinterested management. Advice to management. Listen to your employees. Pay them what they're worth. This kind of stuff here, I mean, when you see it, when you see people talking about it over and over, Now, when you get glowing reviews too, here's a question. Are people going out and giving positive reviews because they're astroturfing? I'm not saying that that's the case here, but when it came to Marvel, if you look at their reviews, because I've done that before, yeah, you had claims of that straight up. So love the growth and future outlook, it says. Oh, 5-star there. Oh man, love the growth and future outlook. You know, you can basically become something. Our parent Sony, a streaming service that's growing like mad. Great titles. Yeah, this doesn't sound like management here, doesn't it? Change isn't easy for some folks who have been here for a long time. Yeah, that sounds like somebody that's been in there and saying, you better stop going in and giving those negative reviews. Buyer beware. Here's another, 2 stars. So we're maintaining it our 2 stars. Oh, man. It's rough there. Doesn't recommend, neutral outlook, disapproves of CEO. I worked at Funimation full-time for more than 3 years. This was from January 24th, 2018. Pros, lots of opportunity for people that don't want to work hard and aren't qualified to do their jobs, to throw everyone under the bus around them when their lack of effort begins to show. Ouch. Cons, very top-heavy. The bottom of the totem pole keeps the place running for drastically under standard industry pay. Advice to management. Pay your people what they're worth. Get rid of the dead weight. I hope the recent acquisition by Sony benefits the people or the folks that have stuck it out and are responsible for the folks that have made the company successful. Yeah, probably not reading it afterwards. Ooh, here's a lovely one. September 7th, 2017. Entitled brats and wannabe movie stars. Ouch. One of, that wonderful 5. All negatives across there. They've been working there for less than a year. The pros. You never have to do any work as soon as you learn how to execute the standard Funimation protocol of pointing the finger at someone else. Ouch. Cons. Projects never get done. There are huge mistakes made. No one accepts any responsibility. There's zero communication until something is on fire. All the managers are children goofing off around at Comic Cons while the directors and VPs are wannabe movie stars, only interested in attending whatever lame red carpet event they can get to. Wow. Advice to management. Let the bigger company buy you out while you still fool them. 28 people liked that too. A lot of these likes as you roll forward, you'll notice that, the likes they rolled in, So, here's another 4 or 5 disgruntled employee, but overall great place. So the pros, excellent chances for advancement, easy and fun work, tangible rewards. My boss is great. I've developed tons of work skills over the year. I could easily get another job, and they write more on there. Cons, there are a lot of disgruntled employees who seem to think that because we produce cartoons, everything should be incredibly easy. They don't want to work their full 40 hours and complain of being overworked when they do. Lots of this is left over from a time when everything here was less corporate and everyone's job was easier than they should have been. When change came, people resisted and they complained about it constantly. It can make the office unpleasant at times. Upper management is not transparent about company plans, which may be the way it has to be, but can make employees feel insecure. We frequently question whether the company is about to be sold out from under us to Amazon or Netflix or something. The merger with Crunchyroll is also a little terrifying. It's not clear what the plan would be, but if it doesn't work out from what I hear, we're not making much off of our website, which is supposed to be the main source of income for the future. Space is an issue. We're all cramped. Lord, this does not sound like a positive review here. If this is what 4 stars sounds like, my God, I mean, really, you have to really question what's going on there. Funimation, it's a decent place to work. Going back to 2017. Great coworkers, decent benefits, difficult to understand who's in charge, executive overlap. Here's another positive. Major changes for the company. That's mostly good. So we got some changes on the time. Now, as you go back, fun and strange here. It's a strange place to work. work. Not a lot to offer as far as promotion. If you're on a career path, Funimation could be a stepping stone. Hitting the joys of a second page here, 3 out of 5. Hey, moving on up. Going backwards, moving up. Had hoped for better. Some pretty amazing coworkers. Had a lot of real lasting friendships here. Free merchandise and products. Some fun quarterly meetings. Cons. The division of labor here is the biggest problem. There are some employees who are completely overworked. Others have basically nothing to do. There isn't a good task delegation. I have known multiple people on both sides who have left because of this. There is high turnover rate in some departments. There is basically no room for advancement. Instead of promoting employees, new employees are hired. There are no bonuses unless you count our 2 free drink tickets at the holiday party. Wow, that would suck. Continuing, I don't think anyone I've known has ever gotten a raise. The company specifically hires employees fresh out of college to be able to pay them lower wages. Some of my coworkers still live at home because they cannot afford to live on their own on their wage. And remember, too, we've seen that this place, they offer a big whopping competitive $8.50 an hour, with 2 hours guaranteed there. So you can make $17 whole if you go over there and do a little bit of work. There's also no advanced training to keep up with industry standards. So, yeah, good times there. Good times. Funimation workplace. Good workplace here. I don't have any cons. I love it. I love that place. Here's another one here. March 27, 2016. When you realize the dream has actually become a nightmare. I've been working with Funimation full-time for more than 8 years. Wow. You'll work with some of the greatest people ever. It's awesome. There's those awesome people that make leaving the company difficult. Free anime, flexible hours. Cons. There are some departments completely overworked while others have nothing to do. The production area is expected to basically be on call 24/7, even though when hired on, you're told that days like that are quote-unquote minimal, and there will be quote-unquote minimal weekend work. I work 6 to 7 days a week. There was a time when our department took pride in what it did, and it was most definitely a quality versus quantity mentality. So at one time, they actually like that. Now it's all about cranking out the shows as fast as possible, and the quality has severely declined. Employees are treated poorly. There is absolutely no communication between our directors and us. We've had 3 management members, the ones who are supposed to be a go-between us and our director, quit in the last year. 2 of which had been there 7 and 10 plus years. It's a shame upper management clearly feels threatened by suggestions from those of us at the bottom of the totem pole. We don't want your job, but it sure would be nice if you acted like you cared enough to listen to our concern. The majority of us are so terrified of being fired for some BS reason. We don't feel that we can be honest with upper management because it is always blatantly obvious how easily replaceable we are. Wow. There. Does that fit into certain things? Pointing the finger at other people, that's part of it. Going out, cutting each other's proverbial throats, that's part of it. And making sure that you know your place through fright and intimidation. Where have we heard that before? But continuing, the resentment of employees is astounding. When I was hired in 2008, the employees were much happier, and everyone felt they were there serving a purpose and putting out a good quality product. Now, if you had the chance to be a fly on the wall during any employee conversation, especially those in production, you would hear the same conversation repeatedly. Can't afford to live on my own due to the low pay, so I have to get roommates, second job, live at home with my parents, etc. Management never listens to what employees have to say. I'm so miserable here, but the job market is so bad. I've been applying to jobs for XX months, years, and no one bites. This job seriously cuts into my health and well-being due to the high level stress. The pay is abysmal, so unless you're a director or someone in upper management, the CEO has no clue what is going on in the company, let alone who his employees are. Wow, there's another shot with employees going after the CEO. You notice that CEO is not very loved in this. The same issues have never been taken care of in 8 years. I've worked at Funny. Roof leaks every time it rains. Bathrooms are in constant state of disarray. Coffee machines broken. The door on the production side is always broken and therefore no lock there. No written training manuals? Seriously, there is absolutely nothing to refer back to. How do you run a company with no training manuals? The office politics are disgusting, dog-eat-dog world, and the person you think is your BFF will throw you under the bus so hard if it's their butt on the line. There you go. They will throw you under the bus just like that if they think they are going to have issues. Does that remind you of anything, too? When you continually fire people and or have people quitting in your department, it clearly means the issue is with management and of said department and not the employees. No consistency, quality of product has gone increasingly downhill. In order to get some super awesome shows now, Funimation essentially has to work on hentai, brutal BDSM quality work. Wow, it's disgusting to see day in, day again. Not enough room for new employees. As far as their heist to management, hey, why don't you fix some stuff? Why don't you pay people? Those kind of things that we see again and again. Amazing company to work for here. Man, pros, they love their coworkers, upper management, and so on. Cons, I honestly cannot think of any con from my time working here at this incredible company. Man, that sounds like it is totally not an intern writing out something. So here from 2015, and we won't do many more of these, but we will go over these in a live stream for sure. 2 drink tickets at the Christmas party and leftover Comic-Con merchandise as employee bonus, says all. Awesome. 3 of 5 there. No opinion on the CEO, doesn't recommend, and so on. Pros, depending on your area, you might have interesting work. Mostly laid back and extremely casual, open door policy with all levels of management, flexible hours, nice people, fairly decent benefits. Cons, lack of planning at organization at most levels, reactive instead of proactive. Various individuals in IT and marketing think they have mastered other people's skill sets, when that is actually not their skill set. Reactive instead of proactive. I seem to remember someone saying something about that in their Yelp reviews. Interesting there. Continuing. Only director level and above receive any type of employee bonus. Non-existent chance of advancement unless someone leaves the company. 2005 holiday part consisted of 2 drink tickets and snacks at the local country club. Non-management bonus consisted of leftover DVD collector's editions at Comic-Con. I was shocked at. That's lovely. Man, you got some awesome stuff there. Here's our last one. Let's hit this. And again, we'll go through all of these in a more extended edition, but you get the point here. You see the company. You see people talking about it, and they're saying, we have problems. Now, you can imagine in a place like that, when you have problems at that level, what somebody might get away with. Buddies with the CEO, they don't actually care about what transpires with management. You ask questions there, you might find some scary answers. So last one, COO needs to go. I have working at Funimation, doesn't say how long, great portfolio of content. That's it. That's the pro there. Your company's in shambles. COO has single-handedly made the company an awful place to work. Strategy is flawed, but he is so full of himself, he doesn't realize, he does not have a clue. He obviously has never run a company. The CEO and founder, so clueless, he'll let it happen. Sad. It was a great company at one time. So you go through here. You see a lot of stuff that goes back for a long time talking about it, and it continues forward. The point on that is it continues through the appropriation of this by, Sony. You're talking about a company that supposedly came in and cleaned it up, and yet. But anyway, you tell me what you think about all of this madness here. So if you like this kind of content, as I said at the beginning, sub to the channel for sure. If you like videos, make sure that you show them to other people. Make sure that you hit that bell for notification. Help the channel out that way. If you want to go further, there are links in the description. One of those is the Case of the Littlest Umbrella. Our foray into comic books. We have an all-ages Lovecraftian tale attached, plus another comic book associated with it. If you check out this tier here, essentially what you're going to get, main story, plus a 10-page bonus add-on, plus another add-on, and if you want to pick up the secondary Ashcan, you're going to pick up another story as well. That secondary Ashcan, it's here. You actually have basically a satirization of what's going on in comics, and when it comes up, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to flip their proverbial lid. So anyway, you tell me what you think about the craziness that is going on here, and tell me what you think think about Funimation, period? Can they dance around all the negativity that has come up, particularly when Sony has to be taking a hard look at them? Leave me your comments, pro or con. And as always, I want to end by saying thank you. I appreciate you showing up. You make these endeavors possible. Many people out there, forget it, don't want to be those people. So again, thank you sincerely. Appreciate you. We'll do this again soon.